Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Jaya Viṣṇu Paramahamsa Padi Jagacharya Astutra Sata Sishimadhi Divine Grace Compound Acharya Jagadguru A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jaya Viṣṇu Paramahamsa Padi Jagacharya Astutra Sata Sishimadhi Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Guri Vaishavanda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridasa Gura Ki Jai. Friends of Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Garavadam Ki Jai. Vrindavan Ki Jai. Mathuradam Ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapudam Ki Jai. Jagannath Puridam Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samavesa Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Tai Gouda Vimana. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vita Uttala Devati Shri Krishna Parashitana Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vati Shri Narayana Namaskritya Naranchayva Narottam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtapai Shabbateshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-shalakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sadhitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadati Swaha Vadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vidhantam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Shri Lalita Visakham Vidhamcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostite Taprakanchana Gorangi Radhe Gandhavishwari Visavam Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vanchakal Tarubhyascha Kripa Sandhuvyevacha Paditan Hariya Krishna Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 40. The forest of enjoyment. Text 1. Let me take word to word translation. Saha, a self-realized devotee, Sri Śukadeva Gosvāmī, indeed, hovāca spoke. Saha, he, the conditioned soul. Saha, this one. Dehātma-mānināṁ, for those who are foolish. For those who foolishly take the body to be the self. Sattva-adi of sattva, raja and tamaha. Guna by the modes. Visesa particularly. Vikalpita falsely constituted. Kushala sometimes by favorable actions. akushala, sometimes by very unfavorable actions, samabhara, by a mixture of both, nirimita, obtained, vividha, various types, deha avalibihi, by the series of bodies, viyoga-saṁyogādy, symptomized by giving up one type of body, viyoga, and accepting another, saṁyoga, anādi, saṁsārānubhavasya, of the exception of the beginningless, of the perception of the beginningless, process of transmigration, dvāra-bhūtena, existing as the doorways, saḍ-indriya-vargeṇa, by the six senses, the mind and five knowledge acquiring senses, namely the eyes, ears, tongue, nose, and skin, tasmin, on that, durgādhvavad, like a path that is very difficult to traverse, asugame, being difficult to pass through, dhvany, on a path in the forest, āpatita, happened, īśvarasya, of the controller, bhagavato, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Viṣṇu, of Lord Viṣṇu, vaśa-vartinyā, acting under the control, māyayā, by the material energy, jīva-loko, the conditioned living entity. I am this. Yathā, exactly like. Vaṇik, a merchant. Sārtha, having an object. Rtha-paraḥ, who is very attached to money. sva-deha-niṣpādita, owned by his own body. Karma, the fruit of activities. Anubhavaḥ, who experiences. Śmaśānavad, asivatāmayam, like an inauspicious cemetery or place of burial. Samsāra-atavyam, in the forest of material life. gata, having entered, na, not, adya-api, until now, viphala, unsuccessful, bahu-pratiyoga, full of great difficulties and varieties of miserable conditions. Iha, whose activities here in this material world, tat-tāpopaśamanīṁ, which specifies the miseries of the forest of material life. Hari Guru, Charana, Aravinda, to the lotus feet of the Lord and his devotee. Madhukara, Anupadavim, the road followed in pursuance of devotees who are attached like bumblebees. Abadunde gain. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. BDDSwami, Srila Prabhupada Ki. When King Parīkṣit asked Śukadeva Gosvāmī about the direct meaning of the material forest, Śukadeva Gosvāmī replied as follows. My dear king, a man belonging to the mercantile community, vaṇik, is always interested in earning money. Sometimes he enters the forest to acquire some cheap commodities like wood and earth and sell them in the city at good prices. Similarly, the conditioned soul, being greedy, enters this material world for some material profit. Gradually, he enters the deepest part of the forest, not really knowing how to get out. Having entered the material world, the pure soul becomes conditioned by the material atmosphere, which is created by the external energy under the control of Lord Viṣṇu. Thus, the living entity comes under the control of the external energy, Devi Maya. Living independently and bewildered in the forest, he does not attain the association of devotees who are always engaged in the service of the Lord. Once in a bodily conception, he gets different types of bodies, one after the other, under the influence of material energy and impelled by the moods of material nature, sattva-guṇa, rajo-guṇa, and tamo-guṇa. In this way, the conditioned soul goes sometimes to the heavenly planet, sometimes to the earthly planet, and sometimes to the lower planets and lower species. Thus, he suffers continuously due to different types of bodies. These sufferings and pains are sometimes mixed. Sometimes they are very severe, and sometimes they are not. These bodily conditions are acquired due to the conditioned soul's mental speculations. He uses his mind and 5 senses to acquire knowledge. And this brings about the different bodies and different conditions. Using the senses under the control of the external energy, Maya, the living entity suffers the miserable conditions of material existence. He is actually searching for self, but he is generally baffled. Although sometimes he is relieved after great difficulty. Struggling for existence in this way, he cannot get the shelter of pure devotees who are like bumblebees engaged in loving service at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Purport. The most important information in this verse is Hari Guru Charana Aravinda Madhukara Anupa Tabim. In this material world, the conditioned souls are baffled by their activities. And sometimes they are relieved after great difficulty. The verse is 7 to break it. The heading of this chapter is the forest of enjoyment. The forest of enjoyment. And this text one is describing the condition of the living entity. The condition of living entities who are in this material world. It's a question Śukadeva Parīkṣit Maharaj asks Śukadeva Gosvāmī. And Śukadeva Gosvāmī is giving the answer to Parīkṣit Maharaj who have asked him this question. In the process of answering the question, he is describing our situation. The situation all conditioned souls are passing through. All. And properly starting the purport at the only means for anyone to get out of this material world. The most important information in this verse is Hari Guru Charana Aravinda Madhukara Anupa Tabim. In this material world, the conditioned souls are baffled by the activities. Right? Krishna mentioned that in Bhagavato 9:12. Mogasa. Mogasa, Papa said, baffled in our hopes to enjoy this material world. Our hope to enjoy this material world, any world, baffled. Baffled means what? Baffled. Bewildered. We are bewildered. Why bewildered? Why the word bewilderment? Because we are getting the opposite of what we hope to get. For example, if you look at the mirror, what do you expect to see? Huh? Yes. When you look in the mirror, we expect to see your face. Is it not? But actually, when we look into the mirror, what do we see? Do we see the self? Huh? When we look into the mirror, do we see the self? We don't see the self. We see the body. But do we feel different? Do we feel different? No. That's illusion. We're supposed to see the cell, but we don't see the cell, we see the body. And we feel comfortable with it. And we feel, yes, when I enter the street now, everybody will worship me. That's bafflement. Mogasa. Then, Moga Karmano, our activities also baffled our existence by our activities. Right? Everyone in this material world, who are working very hard, but what do we get at the end? After working very hard the whole day, what do we get at the end? Frustration, exhaustion, tired. Right? That wasn't the reason why we're working. We're working to become what? Happy. But we don't get it. So our hope to enjoy this material world is baffled. Our material activities is also baffled. Boga Gyana Vicheta. Even our knowledge, intelligence, which we use to acquire all these things, is also baffled. Right? Are we not baffled with our intelligence? What is intelligence? Intelligence will lead us to seek for Hari. Professor, sorry, can't give me guitar. Hari Guru Charan. This is intelligence. This is fortune. When we are not looking for this, what we are looking for is completely different. It's a different thing altogether. An intelligent person or a fortunate person look for the shelter, the local feet of this. That's intelligence. Anything outside this, it is bafflement. Baffled. Who is baffled in this world? Who is baffled in this world? According to Bhagavato, Rakshashim Asuri. Rakshashim Asurim Chaiva. The demons. Why demons? Looking for something outside Krishna. It's not a wonderful life. It is not a wonderful life. You see, the struggle of all the living entities in this material world does not include Krishna. All our struggles in this material world doesn't include Krishna. And everything in this material world does not belong to anybody, it belongs to Krishna. And we want to exclude him to get everything of him, but without him. That is the problem. So we are baffled in this material world because of this. In this material world, the conditioned soul are baffled by the activities, and sometimes they are relieved after great difficulties. After great difficulties, we are a little bit relieved. Right? Like when one sleeps, if one sleeps, you forget about the pains and the existence. That is a temporary relief. After waking up from sleep, what happened? We are back to this, back to the same thing. So sleeping is not a solution to the problem. And that cannot be considered enjoyment. It is not. It's a temporary relief. After that, bhutva praliyate. After going up, you must come down. After coming down, you go up. That's materialization. And that is considered advancement. When one goes up, very advanced. What of tomorrow when you come down? Certainly we are going to come down tomorrow. Today, yes, you have gone up because our activities are not outside the jurisdiction of material energy. Therefore, we cannot go up. We must go up and come down, go up and come down. Fluctuation is a life of conditioned existence. Yes. On the whole, the conditioned soul is never happy. He simply struggles for existence. Struggle for existence. Struggle for existence. This is what we call civilization. One is struggling to exist. And after getting some slice of bread and tea, that is considered enjoyment. The food we eat here, the food we are eating here in this material world, when demigods look at the food we are eating here, they are asking themselves, why are they eating this? The demigods. The best food, not prasadam, not prasadam. Prasadam is outside. Outside prasadam, the food we are eating here, the demigods are looking at it with disgust. What is this? The same way we look at the pigs eating. The same way the demigods look at us. What is this? This abomination. But yesterday at the airport in South African airport, I went to one corner so that nobody will come and disturb me when I'm doing japa. So I just stay in one corner, secluded corner. So I was doing japa there. And in the front, two men were there. Varieties of boga. Varieties. Fruit, bread, butter, alcohol, all the. I was looking, one man is going to eat all this and is going to breathe after eating this. He's eating and talking and laughing. So what is it? We are enjoying our life. That is the thing. They are all thinking that we are enjoying our life. Now look at his belly was outside. Belly is outside. What is pushing the belly outside? Stool. What is pushing the belly? He's not pregnant. What is pushing the belly out is huge quantity of stool will go to pass after all this thing. And forgetting that he's going to die very soon. It's a struggle for existence. It is not enjoyment. It is just a struggle to exist. Struggle to exist does not bring happiness. It's not life. It's a struggle. Anything which involves struggle, it brings what? Reactions. And generally the reactions are not positive. Reactions are negative. So for a conditioned soul who is simply struggling to exist, is simply creating deeper hells. This chapter 5 ends with describing the varieties of hell. So this canto 5 is divisions of hell. A person who is going to leave the body, Śukadeva Gosvāmī is teaching him about death and hell. So Parīkṣit Maharaj was so worried. I'm going to die, and he's talking about hell. So which one am I going to go? So he was worried. Therefore, you see in canto 6, Śukadeva Gosvāmī started talking about Ajahn-mila, who because of his devotion was lived. Okay, child, there's a chance for a devotee. That's the idea. There's a chance for a devotee. The devotee has a chance. Otherwise, is only one of these else that one would go. Actually, his only business is to accept the spiritual master, the guru. And through him, he must accept the lotus feet of the Lord. The only business is to accept the spiritual master, the guru. That is the beginning of civilization, the beginning of human life. Ado, guru. Guru, padashraya. Yes, guru. Life is to look for a bona fide spiritual master. That is life. The shelter. This is the beginning. Out of 64 items, Śukadeva Gosvāmī started it from accepting the spiritual master. The whole 5, right from the beginning, 5 is all about the spiritual master. Why? That is the purpose of human life. Without this, without the guru, there's no life. There's no existence. No existence. To accept the shelter of the spiritual master, the guru, and through him, he must accept the lotus feet of the Lord. If he is a guru, he must teach us how to take shelter at the feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is a guru, because they are together. Guru, Krishna. Guru, Krishna, they are together. It's a team. Krishna sent the guru, and guru does what? He trained the devotee and sent him back, or sent her back to Krishna. They work as a team. So it cannot be separated. Cannot separate guru and Krishna. Krishna and guru. They are always together, a team, like a secretary and a master. They are together. So they make the team. So the guru must train the devotee and send the devotee back to Krishna. That is the guru's business. Not to create confusion. Not to create faithlessness. Not to create doubt. But to clear the doubt. To remove the confusion. To destroy the darkness. Give the light. To see the truth. That is duty. And when one is fortunate to take shelter of the spiritual master, taking shelter of the spiritual master means what? Taking shelter. One has given the life. The life is given. We have difficulties in our spiritual life because we have not given the life to the spiritual master. And then you will hear devotees, "Oh, Gurudev, I'm not following your instruction." Why I'm not following instruction? Why disciples don't follow the instruction of the spiritual master? Why? All the time you hear this, "I'm not following your instructions. I'm not following your instruction. I'm still not following your instructions." Why we are not following the instructions? Because we have not surrendered the life yet. We are not surrendered. If one is surrendered, very difficult to follow. We cannot follow if you are not surrendered. We can follow only if you are surrendered. Surrender, yes, I have given you my head. My head is donated to your lotus feet, so you control it. Then you follow. Just like our property cannot detect when to use it. So a disciple cannot detect when the guru should use, how the guru should use. So we have difficulties in our Christian consciousness because we have not surrendered our life to the spiritual master. We are detecting how the guru should guide us. That is dangerous. We have no life. The guru has life. He has to give us life. Then I have to follow. We cannot have life because what is the life? What's the life? We have to follow. Then we will succeed. Without that, we cannot. This is explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Guru Krishna Prasade, Payat Bhakti Lata Bija. People struggling for existence in the forest or cities or the material world are not actually enjoying life. Simply struggling, not enjoying life. How can one enjoy life? A conditioned soul cannot enjoy life. Just like if one is sick with a high fever, malaria fever, very high malaria fever, if your favorite food is brought before you, how do you feel? How do you feel if you have a sick fever? You're suffering from fever, and your favorite food, favorite one brought before your nose, how do you feel? What is this? This is your favorite food. Why does it feel different? Because one is not in a healthy condition, one is in a disease condition. So, condition soul means what? We are in a disease condition, therefore we cannot taste what is life. Because you don't know what it is. Yes, it is true that there is enjoyment. It is true. But we don't know how to enjoy it. Because we have lost the track. How can we enjoy it? We lost the track. Krishna consciousness is to come back to the track. And to come back and follow the track is the duty of the spiritual master. Therefore, we have to listen to him how to do it. If you know it, then don't go there. If you don't know it, then you go there so you can be trained. And when one is there, then we should follow. Then somebody can ask me, if Guru can take me back to Krishna, right? Guru can take me back to Krishna. Is there any need for parampara? This one. Any need? But Guru can. Is it not true? You need parampara now. Since you can take me back to Godhead, why do I need over? Just jump over. I can't jump over there. No. He is not alone. The Guru is not alone. He is not alone. It's a teamwork. They are all connected. He's getting from his Guru. He's getting from his Guru. They are all going to. So he's coming in a chain. He's coming in a chain. So we're all connected. It is not a lie, but what the spiritual master is not a lie. Life is when one has come to take shelter of the spiritual master. Means what? Now we are free from the clutches of Maya. Krishna has delivered us to the spiritual master. Now we are free from Maya. Under the shelter of the spiritual master, one is free from Maya. They are simply suffering different pains and pleasures. Generally, pains that are always inauspicious. There's one experienced musician. So he's not a devotee, but he knows that he sang one song. In the material world, people are suffering and smiling. And what is that? That is what is happening. We are suffering and smiling. Is not true? If you go to a hospital and ask somebody, how are you feeling? Good. Good in the hospital. Drip is, the hand is up there, full of drip. How are you? Fine. Suffering and smiling is what is considered to be enjoyment. How is it enjoyment? The enjoy should not be there, it should be outside. If you want to enjoy it, either we take shelter of the spiritual master or we are back home, back to Godhead. They are trying to gain release in the Vedas. Tad Vigyanaratam sa gurum eva bhīga-chet. Yes, Prabhupada is fond of this sloka. The word eva bhīga-chet means what? This word, eva bhīga-chet, means compulsory. Compulsory. Not optional. If I like, I can take good. If I don't like, it's okay, I can do it. No. Eva bhīga-chet, it is compulsory. For anyone who wants to get out of the material existence, you must have a guru who will drag us by the ear. Yes. If you're not ready for that, don't go there. So, Bhagavato used the word tasmad. Tasmad means what? Therefore means what? Therefore means that if you are ready, tasmad guru āpatita gyasu sreya uptamam. Gyasu. Therefore, if we are ready to go back to the spiritual master, then guru prapadyate. You go to guru. If you're not ready to go back to Godhead, please don't go there. Otherwise, you're simply going to waste his time and waste your own time. Guru, I'm not following your instructions. So why do you go there? Who forced you to go there? Anyone forcing anyone to sit here? Is anyone forcing anyone to sit here? You can't just walk out of here and nobody says anything to you, right? But to sit here means it's evolution. You have decided to do that. And since you have decided to do that, what is wrong if you do it nicely? What is wrong? If you do it nicely. If you want to do it nicely. If you don't want to do that, it's okay. That's a different thing. At least it is a straightforwardness. If you don't want to do, don't do it. And if you want to do it nicely. It's straightforward. Yes. When the living entity is lost in the forest of the material world, in the struggle for existence, his first business is to find a bona fide guru who is always engaged at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Viṣṇu. After all, if he is at all eager to be relieved of the struggle for existence, he must find a bona fide guru and take instruction at his lotus feet. In this way, he can get out of the struggle. That is how to get out of the struggle for material existence. To find a guru who will tell you, no, don't do it this way. Since time immemorial, we have been doing like this, and the result is, going deeper into the forest of material existence. We're not getting out. So the guru is to teach us how to get out. Since the material world is compared herein to a forest, it may be argued that in Kali Yuga, modern civilization is mainly situated in the cities. A great city, however, is like a great forest. Actually, city life is more dangerous than life in the forest. If one enters an unknown city without friend or shelter, living in that city is more difficult than living in the forest. Apart from that, city life is more dangerous than the forest. Why? When one is going to the forest, one knows that it is tiger there. Right? So one is careful. In the city is designed to let us know that we are saved. Look at your nice house. Look at all the facility. You are saved. So the tigers are hidden, not exposed to us. But in a forest, one knows. One has the knowledge. I'm going to a dangerous place. I should be careful. In the city, that information is not given. Don't worry, you are saved. We're going to live perpetually in debt. Perpetually. That we'll be struggling and forget our self-interest. That's the city life. We struggle to pay bills and forget to pay the real bills of life. The real bill of life is to exalt our karma. No one is trained to pay the karma. We are trained to increase the karma. That's the danger of city life. Very dangerous. We pay, and the more we pay, the more we keep accumulating. When you get the money from the bank for interest, you borrow money from the bank for interest. Every day, the interest go down or it's increasing. That is city life. It is increasing. Our interest is increasing. And we forget our real interest, which is to pay off our karma. Nobody is trained to understand that. So city life is very, very dangerous. Intelligent people should not live in the dangerous forest, the city life. One should go to the real forest when one is conscious of our existence in the forest. What is to expect in the forest? Dangerous animal. In the city, don't expect anything, only enjoyment. You will never get it. It's only frustrations. If we go to America, you will see big houses, big houses. These big houses are not residential, they are warehouses for people who don't have houses to keep their load. Understand? They don't have houses to keep their loads. They have to go and rent these places to put their load. Big houses like that. When the devotee, we parked in one of those big buildings. I'm thinking, oh, this is nice residential house. They say, no, this place is for those who don't have house to stay. So this place is for them to rent and keep their things. Otherwise, to be in the street. They will eject you. Not like in India, if you rent a house and you refuse to pay, the owner want to eject you. You can live there free for many years. Because the case is in a court, it did not end. So you can stay for many years. In America, one day, out in the street. So you have to go and learn the place to keep your things. Otherwise, in the street, straight. No 10 years in a court. That is not there. So this is the city life, that we live in a very dangerous city without understanding how dangerous it is. Therefore, the city of the 9 gates, which one is that? Our body, the city of 9 gates. It's also a very dangerous city. Because civilization tells us that this body is for what? Enjoyment. Otherwise, what do you have it for? That is Kamsa's, Ravana's, Ravana, one day he saw a young lady was doing austerity in the forest. Ravana, why is this girl doing austerity at this age? So he came to meet her. My dear, what is the problem that you are wasting your life like this for? Please. This age is meant to enjoy what Ravana. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Come on. Don't waste it. The girl said, please, just go. Just go. But Ravana cannot go. She touched her head. She used her hand to cut off the hair. Yogi's power. It's a lady. Her name is Vedavati. And she came back and Sita Devi. And she killed Ravana. So Sita Devi is the daughter of Ravana. Daughter of Ravana. She cursed him, I will come back and destroy you because you polluted me when I'm due austerity. So she came back as Ravana's daughter and she killed Ravana. Why? Our self-interest is forgotten. Because of the promise that life is in this body, which is not. Therefore, once you go to the spiritual master who gives us the clear understanding about everything, that life is not in this body, life is at the feet of the spiritual master and Krishna. That is where life is. After all, if he is at all eager to be relieved of the struggle for existence, he must find a bona fide spiritual master, a bona fide guru, and take instruction at his lotus feet. In this way, he can get out of the struggle. Since the material world is compared herein to a forest, it may be argued that in Kali Yuga, modern civilization is mainly situated in the cities. A great city, however, is like a great forest. Actually, city life is more dangerous than life in the forest. If one enters an unknown city without friend or shelter, living in that city is more difficult than living in the forest. There are many big cities all over the surface of the globe. And wherever one looks, he sees the struggle for existence going on 24 hours a day. Everywhere in the material world. If you go, the same thing you see anywhere. Even if you go to the heavenly planet, the same thing you will see. What is that? People are simply struggling to gratify the body. That is all. There's nothing more than that. It may be different grades. The whole thing boils down to the same thing. We are simply struggling. We are simply competing with animals. Competing with animals to gratify their senses. Animals are running with two legs. We are running with 4 legs for the same thing. The same thing. Struggling with animals. You don't see a tiger or elephant struggling to undo each other. They don't see animals struggling with each other to show supremacy. Only human beings do that. We are constantly struggling to, you have 2 cars. As you have 3 or 5. Animal doesn't do that. They are simply satisfied with what they have. They don't transgress law. Only human beings does that. So our situation is more difficult. People rush about in cars going 70 and 80 miles an hour, constantly coming and going. And this sets the scene of the great struggle for existence. One has to rise early in the morning and travel in that car at breakneck speed. Breakneck speed. Yes, we see people do like this. They work very early for sanctification, but the devotee doesn't work early for japa. Is it not? Devotees doesn't work early for japa. But non-devotees are working very early for sanctification. But devotee will not work early for japa. Because you are all transcendental. Oh, great transcendentalist. Obeisance is at a lotus feet. One has to rise early in the morning and travel in that car at breakneck speed. There is always the danger of an accident, and one has to take great care. In his automobile, a living entity is full of anxieties, and his struggle is not at all auspicious. Apart from human beings, other species like cats and dogs are also struggling very hard day and night for existence. Thus, the struggle for existence continues, and the condition so changes from one position to another. For the wild, he is a child, but he has to become a boy. From a boy, he has to change into a youth, and from youth, the manhood and old age. Finally, when the body is no longer workable, he has to accept a new body in a different species. Giving up the body is called death, and accepting another body is called birth. The human form is an opportunity to take shelter of the bona fide spiritual master, and through him, the Supreme Lord. This Krishna consciousness movement has been started to give an opportunity to all the members of human society who are misled by foolish leaders. No one can get out of this struggle for existence, which is full of miseries, without accepting a pure devotee of the Lord. The material attempt changes from one position to another, and no one actually gains relief from the struggle for existence. The only result is the lotus feet of a bona fide spiritual master, and through him, the lotus feet of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Comments? Question? Yes, Prabhu.
So, for a devotee who is following the principles, the regulating principles, and who's chanting Hare Krishna, so how he should see his or her struggle? Because such a devotee also struggles, both spiritually and materially. So how he should see his struggle?
How does a practicing devotee see his or her struggle? Lord Brahma in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, Text 4. Lord Brahma told us how a devotee should struggle. Chapter 14, Text 8 of 10th Canto. A devotee should consider the struggle is famous verse Prabhupada quotes most of the time. Very famous. Tate du kampam su samiksha mano. Bunjana eva atma kritam vipakam. Hidva purbiri vidadhan namaste jiveta yo bhukti pade sa dayabak. Dayabak. My dear Lord, one who earnestly, one who sincerely, seriously wait for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him. Wait. One who earnestly, seriously wait. Wait for the Lord to bestow his mercy. Why we should wait? Why should we wait? I'm chanting 6 years and keeping the related principles 10 years, 40 years. You're not enough? 100 years? How many years has you wait? How many? 50 years, not enough? Krishna to give us prema? Why should I wait? It's the word says, while waiting patiently, we should wait patiently. All the while, patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds. All the while, suffering the reactions of our bhakti. Okay. The reactions of our misdeeds, even as devotees, we should wait patiently, tolerating the pain of paying the debt. A few days ago, we were telling devotees that we struggle to we get austerity to do sinful things. Is it right? To do sinful activity, we struggle. We perform austerity to do sinful activity. So also we have to perform austerity to contract the sinful activities we do. Therefore, it is mentioned here, patiently suffering the reactions of our misdeeds. We should wait to pay the debt. We should pay the debt. We don't want to pay the debt, which is also cheating. And nobody can cheat Krishna. Nobody can cheat Krishna. We have to wait. Like people who commit suicide, they don't want to pay the debt. That is the idea. They don't want to pay the debt. Oh, I'm suffering too much. Why are we suffering too much? Nobody asked the question. Oh, I'm suffering too much. Just let me take drug and die. He take drug and die. Is the end of it? He will come back and continue. We cannot cheat. Therefore, intelligent of Brahma is telling us we should patiently wait for the mercy of the Lord. Pay the karma. You should pay it. So he gave the blessing. And offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, not with grudge. Oh, Krishna, how long will it take you to do this thing? Costless mercy, what is it? I'm not seeing costless mercy. Why did you say costless mercy? What is it? I'm not seeing costless mercy. If it is costless mercy, 50 years is not enough. It is not enough because we didn't use 50 years to cultivate the sinful life we are living. We have used time immemorial to accumulate the sinful activities. We should also use. No, Krishna will give percentage. there is concession for devotees. Karamani, dirhati to kin to bhakti bhajam. This concession, the Brahma said there is concession for us. There is concession for devotees. The concession is that we will not wait for time immemorial to overcome. But at least you should wait for some time. Let us wait for some time. By appreciating, we should appreciate. While we are waiting, we should appreciate. Not waiting with grudge. We should appreciate. Yes. There is one very, very fortunate king that really fit into this statement of Brahma. When Narada Muni was searching to find one who has the mercy of the Lord, he went to Prayag. That's where he started his journey, Prayag. And there he saw a king just came in. And the king came with the servants to Prayag. Prayag is a holy place. You see so many sadhus are there, so many. Of course, Mayabadi sadhus, not the bona fide sadhus. But there are many. So the king, he came there and saw so many of them So he engaged his servant, they cook heavy fish, heavy. This is in Vrindavan. So many people, they do like this. So many fortunate people, they do like this. See that place we stayed this year for the retreat. They're cooking every day, and feeding people. Thousands of people come to eat. Yeah, fortunate people. So this king, he went to Prayag. He cooked himself. He's a king. Cooked with his servant. After feeding all the sadhus who were there, they ate for the whole day. He was busy. He started cooking after he worshipped his Salagam Sila. After he finished deity worship. Huh? Means what? Do japa before you start your service. You do japa first before service. After he finished that, it's not true. Japa first. Japa before service. Then he cooked and fed everybody the morning till night when all were satisfied. Then himself he sat down with his servant, then they ate. And Ramoni was watching the whole thing from morning till night. Then he came to him. Yes, today I have seen one who has the mercy of the Lord. The king said, please, my dear Narada, please. I don't have mercy of the Lord. And I'm not expecting the Lord to bless me because I have not done anything that I should expect any blessing from the Lord. I have not done anything. If I have done something, yeah, I can expect something, but I can't see what I have done that I should be expecting. I'm not working in a company. I'm expecting salary. How will you get? See the work he did. But he sees that he didn't do anything. So he's not expecting any mercy. This is the mentality of devotees you have if you want to be successful. Not that, is there God at all? Is God there? Is Krishna still there? Krishna Balaram, are they still there? Krishna Balaram, tell me. When am I going to get my prema? Tell me. That is not the attitude. I'm not expecting blessing from Krishna Balaram. I'm not expecting. If they give me, jai. If they don't give me, it's okay, but I've not done anything. That is the mood devotees will use to get the blessing. So Brahma is teaching us that anyone who has this mentality, my dear Lord, one who earnestly wait for you to bestow your costless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances from the heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation. For it had become his rightful claim. Right? It had become his rightful claim. A child who wants to inherit the father's property should not die before the father. He should stay after father's death. Then, get everything. So a devotee who wants the mission of Krishna should not give up Krishna consciousness. He should continue to practice. Then the mercy will come. That is how a devotee should be thinking, should be feeling, should be willing. Then we can get it.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
I have two questions if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yesterday, you were speaking about culture and unculture. How people that are cultured, they don't seem to get closer to God. But those that are uncultured, because you gave the example of Nana and based on being uncultured, you are able to get the mercy of God. Now here today, you're speaking about civilized society and forest. Those people in the forest, they are there, sitting down, there is no stress, there's no anxiety. Now, those that are in the civilized society, they are being pushed. Basically, we will say that the civilized society is on culture, and the forest is the culture. Now, how do we bridge these two together? Because if a person is in a cultural society, does not the love for God or the desperation, for the frustration to come closer to God isn't so much there. But if the person is in an uncultured society, then there is this feeling of I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't know what do I do. And hence the mercy of God comes. Like the teacher coming to us is not coming to us in the forest. It's coming to us in a civilized society, which we call uncultured.
I'm not coming from city. I'm a village man.
So, how do we blend this together to be able to have a proper, concise understanding of should we now say, okay, to get the love of God and to also get the affection of God, you must be in a situation whereby you are uncultured, or be in a situation where you are cultured, and hence you don't feel the love of God anymore. This is my question, Guru.
Yeah, thank you. Piety. Piety itself is not sufficient to get the mercy of the Lord. Only when piety is accumulated, then it becomes a fortune. Fortunate people will take to Christian consciousness. Not piety will take one to Christian consciousness. It's not sufficient. To be in the mood of goodness, right? To be in the mood of goodness is an opportunity for one to become a devotee, but not a qualification itself as a devotee. You understand? Because in the Satya Yuga, how many people went to Godhead? Satya Yuga. They would not sin. Satya Yuga. How many people went to Godhead? Very few people. Very, very few people. In Satya Yuga, what people worship in Satya Yuga? Who do they worship? Viṣṇu. At best, that is Viṣṇu. That means they will go to Vaikuntha, not Goloka. Right? So, if one is very, say, materially truthful, materially honest, if one does not become a devotee, useless. Useless. Only when these qualities lead one to Krishna consciousness, one is fortunate. That is the point we're making. That's the point we're making. Piety alone is not sufficient. Otherwise, King Niriga would have been the first person to go back to Godhead. King Niriga. But he became lizard in the well-watered water inside. That's piety. It's not sufficient. You should become a devotee. Then all the qualities you have become wonderful. Otherwise, they are useless. All useless. Okay, we have gone over the time, so we can stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Srimad Bhagavatam.